Hello guys, I'm Spicy Bill and I got a question for you guys. So how do you kill a Doven wolf? Well, with a silver bullet. That's terrible. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Gunpla review. Today we'll be looking at the Doven wolf and the silver bullet. So these guys are actually based on the Gundam Mark V, the Titans Gundam Mark V to be exact. And right here we have the Doven wolf from Double Zeta, and we have the silver bullet, which the design succeeded from the it's developed from the Doven wolf, and the Doven wolf was developed from a Gundam. So yeah, it's a Gundam that turned into a Mono-eye that got turned back into a Gundam, or pseudo Gundam, or whatever this is. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the Doven wolf real quick. Then we'll talk about the silver bullet. I mean, for the base, you know, the core build, they're pretty much the same kit. Just have some minor differences. Well, some minor, some major. So anyway, obviously the Doven wolf's got some very interesting gimmicks. It's obviously a Mono-eye, as you can see from the headpiece right there. Basically, they just took the body of the Gundam Mark V, took off the head, added a Mono-eye on it, and turned it into a Mono-eye. Yeah. Okay, so you can definitely see the difference between the leg armor. Obviously, the Doven wolf's got these flaps right there, and then the knee armor is pretty much the same. The side skirts are pretty much the same. The arms are pretty much the same. You can see right here, the arms are pretty much the same. The shoulders are different. Okay, I guess you guys can see that the shoulders are different. The chest is definitely different. The Doven wolf does have the mega particle cannon gimmick on his chest section right there. That's actually very interesting. And let's take a look at the back. I mean, the backpack is pretty much exactly the same. The back skirt is pretty much exactly the same. The silver bullet does have extra armor on his front skirt right there, while the Doven wolf does not. So those are the differences. And I can tell you guys, to balance these guys are it's kind of difficult. Even though they have gigantic feet, they still like to fall over from time to time. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this guy's gimmicks. So, I mean, they share very similar gimmicks, except that the Doven wolf does actually have this weird mega beam, high mega launcher kind of thing attached to his chest. So, let's go ahead and get these hands off real quick. There we go. Go ahead and pop this one off right there. You can see mega particle cannon, and it just connects to these I guess adapters, so it can power this cannon right there. And this thing can be collapsed into a standard handheld cannon when it's not, you know, in the mega particle cannon mode. So let's go ahead and get the hands out of the way like that. You collapse the handles like this, right there, and then you push this thing back right there. Yeah. Then you pull out this handle right here, or this stopper or something like that. Even come with its own bipod, and you pull down this handle right there. There we go. So now it's a handheld unit. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we got the, oops. Yeah, this thing is just attached via this tap, so it's not the best. There you go. At least it can stand. So just like the silver bullet, the Doven wolf also got its very interesting gimmick here, where you can pull off its, you can pull off his arm, like so. You're gonna have to get this piece out. It's kind of like a pain in the butt. Actually, you know what? How about I just do it with the other arm instead? Hopefully this one is a little easier. Nope, they just want to be difficult. Okay, so Well, basically you get the idea. You know, you pull the arm off and then you attach it to this thing, and it's like a funnel. Yeah. I think I'll be better off demonstrating this with the silver bullet instead. So anyway, it can be used in two different ways. These you know, the arm income unit, that's what they're called. Okay, so I mean, as far as articulation go, they're all pretty much the same. You know, they got these very weird, wonky looking legs. It's just inherited from the Gundam Mark V design. So you got these very weird, gigantic legs, and you have a ball joint hinge here for the feet. You can, it's got double jointed knee, which is actually very nice. You got this very weird looking hinge system for the hip section, and the legs are actually on the ball joint. Take a look at that. That's super weird. Like the ball joint, you actually had to connect the ball joint. The ball joint gets sandwiched between these two parts, which is something that you don't see very often in Gunpla, or in high-grade Gunpla actually. And then you got the thigh cut right there. You got the waist articulation right there. It's another ball joint that goes into the ball joint, going to the crotch piece. That's the poly cap right there. It's embedded inside this crotch piece right there. Got the connector port right there for the action base. And let's see, we can rotate the head, kind of. You do need to get these things out of the way first. Yeah, that's that could be kind of difficult. There we go. The head, you can, there's a hinge right here, and then the head rests on the ball joint. But you know, when you rotate the head, you're gonna run the risk of breaking these antennas. So I really recommend not doing anything with the head. The side profile on the head does look really cool. You know, on the front, it just looks kind of weird. You know, you got this motorized steering right at you. Kind of weird. Kind of remind me of the Gunpla. But on the side, it looks very intimidating. Take a look at that. Okay, and there's really not much to talk about with the backpack, other than that, you know, it functions. You do have this very interesting gimmick right here. Yeah, this thing is loaded with gimmicks. So there's this pot right here. This is kind of like a like it's funnel unit. This thing just flies out, you know, shoots at enemies. This little thing. You can attach it to a wire if you want to. You know, if it's I guess it's a non-new type pilot that can use like the funnels. You can use these cables. You just attach it via this port right here. Yeah, it's very weird, but anyway, I mean, if you guys watch you know, Zeta Gundam or Double Zeta, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, oh my god, these foil stickers, it's definitely these foil stickers definitely not gonna last. I can see this thing's already kind of coming apart. But yeah, you get that gimmick, and you have two of them on each side. So that's pretty cool. And when it's not in use, you just push these in. Also got these clips right here, which you can clip on these missiles, which I think is complete bullshit. You know, this thing is stupid. Like, this thing is so brittle. If you're gonna leave this on, you're gonna end up breaking it. So it's very pointless to have that. Here you have this port right here for the missiles, which is very nice. This thing is like loaded with so much gear, armament, and equipment. I think it's just a little bit too overkill. Yeah, it's I mean, it's a pretty effective killing machine, but I feel like it just got way too much stuff going on for it. And plus, it looks super wonky. I mean, take a look at that, man. Look at the torso, the hip section, and the way the legs are. Like, it's definitely a look that you have to, you know, it's like a taste you have to acquire. Kind of like some of the Xeon amphibious mobile suit. It's not the prettiest thing there is to look at. But it's pretty cool. I definitely like the Doven Wolf. I like it just a little bit more than this guy. So anyway, let's go ahead and attach its accessories. Okay, obviously I talk about the beam saber. The Silver Bullet and the Doven Wolf both have these very large beam sabers. They use the master grade beam saber effect parts. And let's go ahead and attach the hands. So this guy, this time is gonna have open hands. So there we go. There is the Doven Wolf, one of my favorite kits from the high grade Universal Century line. And let's take a look at the Silver Bullet. Alright, so I mean it's basically the same kit with like different parts. Okay, you can see I'm using this very weird looking sub arm right here to hold on to the beam saber. Basically that's the gimmick right here. You can have the very small sub arm, and then you can have this thing flying out as an income unit. Or you can remove this sub arm right there if you have a non-new type pilot. Basically this is what you gotta do. You gotta do something very, very stupid. So you take this part right here, yeah, right, since it's a non-new type pilot, so this thing needs to be somewhat attached to the mobile suit. So there we go. So you take this part and you stick it into the dang it. Take this part, you stick it in right here, like that. So there you go, wired income unit. Very dumb, but that's what you have to do. If you watch Gundam Unicorn, you can see that the pilot from the Vis Foundation that was trying to save Benager, Benager, from the Neo Zeon, like it just went up against the Neo Zeon and the Silver Wolf, and was using these income units to try to mess with the Neo Zeon. And the Sinanju pretty much just, you know, used a beam saber and chopped these off. Pretty sad, but that's what it does. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. You know, I prefer not using these wires. Yeah. That's only if you have a non-new type pilot. If you have a new type pilot, this thing just flies around by itself. So there we go. Okay, and also instead of that high mega beam launcher cannon thing, we have this. It's actually part of the shield. And the shield here, you can see, is kind of like based on the Jagan's shield. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's just a beam cannon attached to the shield. Yeah, really nothing to talk about there. And it also can be collapsed like that. So it looks cool, but I think this thing is still better. It's you know, with the full burst mode or something like that. Definitely it's more useful than this. I mean, at least it's got missile pods, but whatever. Okay, so I mean the shoulder, the backpack has the same gimmick as the Doven Wolf. You have the missile pods here. Also got these areas where you can clip on these freaking stupid missiles. I'll probably end up breaking the breaking this thing, so I don't recommend using those at all. There we go. So let's go ahead and get that off to the back. Like I said, they also have the same exact feature as the Doven Wolf. We also got these pseudo funnel unit. Like I said, if you have a new type pilot, you can, it doesn't need to have the wire attached, but if you have a non-new type pilot, you're going to have to stick that stupid wire in there. Depends on how you want to display it, you know, it's completely up to you. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get the head off and show you guys another feature of the Silver Bullet. So basically, you have the options of building it as a Gundam, or like more like a grunt unit. So with the visor is more like a gym style unit, I guess. And then without the visor, you know, with a Gundam face, you can have you have the option to have the Gundam face. So it's completely up to you what you want to do. You want a Gundam face, or you want to have it looking more like a mass-produced unit. So there we go. I prefer the more mass-produced unit look. So that's that. And let's see, okay, let's go ahead and attach the arm. Let's grab one of the joints and reattach the arms. Where's my joint? there we go. There's the joint. So you just basically pop this back in there like so. Like that. And then kind of reconnect it. And there you go. So it has basically it comes with extra stands for each and every one of its arms. So yeah, the Silver Bullet's got 2 of these, and the Doven Wolf's also got 2 of these. And we get a whole bunch of these wires, you know, for the income unit or the arm income units. The Silver Bullet also come with the dinky Jagan beam pistol. Actually, this is a beam rifle, it's not a pistol. On these guys, it does really make it look like it's just a little dinky beam rifle right here. But on the Jin or on the Jagan or Jessa, it looks okay. It looks about the right size. These guys are just so big, you know. They look like, they make like standard weapons look small. So yeah, there we go. I definitely would recommend these if you guys are, you know, if you like the look of the Silver Bullet and the Doven Wolf. These are pretty nice kits. I mean, they have a lot of feature, and the only drawback is that, you know, they're kind of wonky to pose, and, you know, due to its proportions and stuff like that, it's kind of difficult to put these guys in dynamic poses or whatnot or whatever. They do have a lot of features, so, you know, there's quite a lot of things you can do with these guys. So anyway, I think that is pretty much it for this review. Let me know what you guys think about the Silver Wolf and the Doven Bullet. Thanks for watching.